So where do you?
Okay, we're streaming now, just so you know. You can stay right there. It's fine.
I don't want to distract you.
You're not.
I thought you weren't going to burn candles.
Never mind.
You're going to show them your block and thank them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very cute setup you have going on here. Should I do it behind the scenes?
You can. I'm having to post it on Instagram now too. I'm going to YouTube now. My mom sees me. I'm live. Okay, I'm trying to go. Yeah, I guess I just shared the link. My mom sees me. Who else sees me? Okay, there's 2 people here now. Bonnie's also here. Hi. Okay, so I had a little tech snafu. I started the stream so I could set up, like, make sure the chair was in the right spot and like everything looked okay. And then I accidentally turned it off and that ended it forever. So I couldn't use the link that I sent out earlier. But there's a new one and you guys are here. So that's good. Thank you for being here again. All right, let me see. But because I already did all that, well, because I had to redo everything, I then had to take my laptop off and like create a new thing and do all this stuff. And so I'm having to like reset up again. But I think it looks pretty good. I don't think I need this blanket here. Okay, we have 1 person now. Hopefully in the chaos, people find their way here. I also commented on the old video with a link to the new video. Hopefully that works. We may opt to give people a few moments to join us because of the confusion, but I will try to still end on time. So for today's practice, I pulled together another, we'll be doing another breathwork practice, so some meditation, and then we'll also have time to do another seated sequence. I wanted to try to find another chair because this one has arms and it's a little inconvenient, but I guess a lot of people are sitting in chairs with arms, so it's okay. And I'll try to give more options this time, and yeah, and try to incorporate some of the other feedback I got. But yeah, we're here. We're getting ready. We've got 3 people in the chat or on the call now, which is the minimum required for my yoga teacher training certification for this to count. So that's exciting. What's that? If you want to boost my numbers. If you're lucky, today Lincoln may join us again. He seems to be napping, so there may not be pugs in today's yoga and meditation. But that's okay. For those of you that are here early, I'm going to highlight one of my new props that will not be used in today's class, but is very cute nonetheless. This is one of my birthday gifts from my friends here in DC. But yes, it says Hanamo's mom. That's me. And this is Baby Yoda. Also Han. So, excited. We got 2 more minutes before we get started. Yeah, it's really cute. It's a really nice gift. So, but I thought it looked nicely casually displayed to my right. My imaginary yoga setup. Well, I really do actually practice yoga in here. So the apartment we're in doesn't have like a dining room or dining room table, I guess. It has a dining room, no dining room table. And so this has become my yoga studio while we're here in DC. I've taught classes with my friends here. I've taught classes to myself here. I have taught 0 classes to Mike here. Lincoln, I've taught many classes to Lincoln. He loves pug yoga. He's very, very practiced. Yeah. All right, we have 1 more minute. Yes. So for today's practice, all you need is a comfy seat. You can be sitting in a chair or on a couch or on a bench or on a stool. It might be hard on a stool, but you can do it. Or you can sit on the floor if you want to sit cross-legged or kneeling. That would be probably best. Whatever comfortable seat, the most comfortable seat that you can find for now is great. We're going to start with some meditation. So if you're unfamiliar or unpracticed with meditation, don't worry. Pretty much, I read an article that said that if you are trying to meditate, you are meditating, you are successful. And that the point of meditation and this type of work is to try, and the rest of it will come. So if thoughts pop up and things like that, it's actually what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get distracted and just learn how to deal with that or learn how to enjoy it. Kind of choose your own adventure. All right, it is 5 o'clock. We have 3 people. We will keep chatting for just a little bit and see if anyone needs any help logging in, because I did last minute change the link. So thank you for those of you who have found us. Yeah. All right. So we'll just chat a little bit more about meditation. So I am someone who has not meditated in my life much before this year. I've done like a few guided meditations, either at work or like in apps and stuff, but it hasn't really been something that I personally practice a lot of. But it's something that I've definitely learned to appreciate more. I definitely still find it challenging sometimes to really embrace the practice, but I think knowing that just trying is enough, and that the point of meditation isn't to necessarily to enter some bliss state. It's for you. So if you're getting something out of it, that's great. That's enough. So let's go ahead and, oh, we have 7 people now. Hello, everyone. I'm going to give a couple minutes for folks. I'll wait a couple more minutes. We can just chat a little bit more. But if you want, you can like jump in the chat and maybe tell me where you're calling in from, if there's anything you want to share. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of the support of family and friends through this journey. I think yoga teacher training has been really hard, and I think becoming a yoga teacher is going to be really hard, but it'll be a lot better with people in my corner. And so I'm pressing forward, going to get this yoga teacher certification. So this is my 2nd of 3 community classes. Yay! 1 more next weekend. And then I have to read books. I have a few more books to read and study, and then I have to take a test. So we're getting close. We're nearing the end of this journey to yoga teacher certification, which means that it will be easier, theoretically, for me to be getting jobs at yoga studios. So I appreciate you being here, because it is offering the community class is intended to be a way for me to practice being a teacher, engage with my community, and maybe give back in a way. The training that I did really embraces the idea of a community service. Yoga can be a service to our community. And my community, and what I've wanted to give back to, was the people who have supported me in my grief. So the sequence that I designed gives us a chance to begin with a little bit of meditation, which includes breath work, and then move into a seated flow, something that might help you show your body a little bit of love and appreciation. I really wanted it to be something that helped with posture and helped you feel good without having to try anything too crazy. All right, so why don't we all come to as comfortable a seat as we can. Okay, so come to a comfortable seat, no worries. However you are seated is perfect. So if you're in a chair, if you're on a couch, if you're on the floor, whatever feels best for you right now is where I want you to be. Go ahead and close your eyes or lower your gaze if that's more comfortable. Take your hands and put your palms on your knees. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Notice how your body feels today. Take a quick scan of your body, noting any strengths, any weaknesses, anywhere you might be feeling a little bit of limits. And I want you to acknowledge where your body is. If there's anything that I ask you to do today that doesn't feel right for you, please disregard. Take an alternative pose or just return to the breath. Whatever feels right for you in that moment, you're still practicing yoga with me, and I appreciate it very much. Let's go ahead and take a moment to set an intention for today's practice. It can be an idea that you want to embrace for yourself. Maybe you want some more self-love in your life. Maybe you want more calm, more ease. Whatever you are looking for, maybe set an intention to invite it into your life in this moment and in this practice. All right, hold that intention and take a deep breath in And a long breath out. Let's do one more breath in and one more breath out. All right. And if you have any conditions or injuries that you're working with today, you can go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I will try to offer you some alternatives or some accommodations while we're moving through the poses. I'll check the chat again in a couple minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. All right, so we will begin our meditation with Om. So you can, if your eyes are still closed, they can stay closed. You don't need to look at me for this. But you can also open your eyes if you want to watch me like talk with my hands and feel like engaged and connected in this moment. So Om, I love chanting Om. For some reason, it feels so good to me personally. Some of the interpretations of Om are that it was the first sound in existence. Some people believe that Om is a sound that still reverberates in every living thing. And Om often is referred to as unison of body, mind, and soul. So right now, we all, 6, 7, maybe including me and Lincoln, 8 of us right now are in unison. And we may not be in the same physical space, but maybe in some ways we are in the same place. So I'm going to cue us to chant Om 3 times. So I'll cue an inhale for Om, and then on the exhale, we'll chant Om together. And we'll move through it 3 times to begin our practice and find some of that unity and unison right now. All right. Go ahead, find that comfortable seat. Maybe give yourself a little bit of length in the spine. You can draw your eyes closed here. Hands can be on the lap. They can be at the chest in prayer position, whatever feels right for you. Take a deep breath in for Om. Om. Take another breath in for Om. Last one. Inhale. Take a moment to notice the breath. Maybe noticing the quality of the air. I am noticing the quality of connection. Thank you so much for sharing those Oms with me. It's my favorite to just imagine these points of light coming from Arlington, just across the river, from Houston in the middle of the country, and from London. We have Oms connecting us from so many places right now. It's beautiful. Okay, so we'll move into a pranayama or breathwork exercise. I have really embraced pranayama specifically because I have felt so little control in my life. And this may not be the intention of the work, but it gives me a real sense of control over a life force, which is pretty powerful to know that you can control something that sustains you. That to me is pretty powerful. So the breath work today that we're going to be exploring is called Kapalabhati. So if you are a wind instrument person or someone who did choir, you are probably very aware of your diaphragm. The diaphragm is what we are going to be engaging today as part of the Kapalabhati breathing exercise. So to start, why don't we just take a big breath a long, deep breath. So go ahead and breathe in, letting your breath fill your chest, maybe feeling your ribs expand a little bit, and maybe moving to the belly. Maybe feeling that belly really expand. And then go ahead and exhale it all the way out. On your next inhale, we're going to exhale sharply, pressing our stomach in, drawing our navel in, and using that energy and that force to push the air out. So take that same deep breath, inhaling through your chest, your ribs, and your stomach, and then exhaling sharply, drawing in the navel. So we're really trying to engage the diaphragm. So when you draw your air in, you're using your diaphragm too, creating space here in the belly. And then on the exhale, drawing the diaphragm in, pulling and forcing your exhale. So you can go through, try to take a few of those at your own pace. When you're doing the Kapalabhati, you're going to be using that force to send out your exhales. And then naturally, you're going to let air come in. So as you release that tension, air is going to be drawn in. So the breath will be kind of a quick drawing in and then relaxing, letting the air flow in to your breath waves. And so what we'll do is 10 rounds of this Kapalabhati. So it'll be inhale, exhale, pressing out through the navel, drawing that navel in, and then relaxing, letting that air come in, and then immediately pressing it out again. So I'll give you a quick demo of what that's going to sound and look a little bit like. So you're going to take a breath in and so go ahead and maybe give yourself a few of those just exhalations. You can hold a hand here to really feel how that moves. All right. So I'll do it with you now. I'll count to 10. So we're going to do a round of 10, a round of 30, and a round of 60. After the round of 60, I'll do an optional breath retention. Feel free to take it or leave it, whatever feels right for you. All right. So for this, find your seat again. Sit in a way that feels good to you, but lets you ground your feet. Hands can be down for grounding, up to receive. Eyes can be lowered, gaze can be lowered, or eyes can be closed. Go ahead and find your breath. Start noticing your inhales and exhales. And then meeting me at the bottom of an exhale. Inhale and begin. And release. Finding a natural breath again. All right. We'll move to the next round. Next round will be for 30. If you like, you can try closing your mouth this time and forcing those exhales and inhales out through your nose. All right. Go ahead. Find your breath. Meet me at the bottom of an exhale. Deep breath in. And begin. And let it all out. Return to your natural breath. Refine that length in your spine. And this time, we'll do it for a count of 60, and I'll cue an optional breath retention at the end. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and begin. Release all the way. Take a long, full, deep breath in. Engage your lungs and hold. You can hold this breath as long as it feels good to you. And release whenever you're ready. And once you release the breath, take some nice deep breaths in and out. Noticing any effects of the practice. This can feel like an invigorating practice. It can be one that generates heat and energy. It can also be very difficult. It's one that I've definitely found very challenging. All right. Okay, great job, everyone. We're going to do one more breath work. I'm just checking the chat to make sure everyone's good. All right. So the last one is breath of joy. This is, I think from I don't know, it's a very physical, energetic breath. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take 3 breaths in and then 1 breath out. And on that exhale, we did this last week. So if you're here last week, you might be familiar. If you're new, welcome. This is one of my favorite things in yoga. 3 breaths in while lifting our arms, and then an exhale out, making the sound ha. All right. So I'll walk through it slowly, and then we'll do it together 3 times. So it's going to be inhale, 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 exhale, ha. So, and that can just be a movement with your arms. You can involve the body if it feels good, whatever feels best for you. So go ahead, take an inhale, and inhale, and inhale, and ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. All right, great job. I love that one because I really feel that breath and body connection moving through that sequence. You can do it standing too, and that can feel super powerful. All right, so moving into our physical practice. Maybe you adjust in the seat, take some movements here. We're going to start moving around a little bit. We're going to start feeling our body, getting into ourselves. So go ahead and start drawing some circles with the neck. We'll do some little baby circles to start. And then we'll draw some bigger circles. Maybe getting all the way around, sending your neck as far back as you can, your head as far back as you can with your neck. If there's any spots that feel crunchy, you can spend a little bit of time showing them some love. And then go ahead and reverse the circle. All right. Drawing those big circles with your neck, one way, then the other. Make that circle a little smaller, so we'll end with littler circles this time. And then come to stillness. All right, go ahead and take one ear and drop it to the shoulder on that side of your body. Take your hand and place it on your head. Don't need to apply any pressure here. This should offer you a really nice stretch along this side of your body. Go ahead and find that breath again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. All right, go ahead and release, coming back to center. Maybe shake your head yes and no a little bit. And we'll move to the other side. So go ahead and drop that other ear to your shoulder. Take the hand and rest the palm on the head, adding a little bit of weight. No need to pull. And just let that stretch happen. Let your muscles feel themselves lengthen. And come back to that breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. All right, go ahead and shake your head out a little bit. We're going to take cactus arms now. So go ahead and pull your arms out into the shape of a cactus. Lengthen that spine. Press into those arms. Feel strong here. This should be an active pose. So engage all those arm muscles while you're here. And then draw your shoulder blades together, giving yourself a little baby back bend here. If you like, you can gaze up or forward, whatever feels better for you and gives your neck a little more support. We'll just hold this for a little bit. Find that inhale and exhale again. Deep breath in, long breath out. All right, come back to neutral. Shake your arms out, move them around. We're gonna bring our arms out alongside us. So nice big Texas T here. And we're just gonna draw some nice circles forward. Getting some rotation in those shoulders. Is it called the rotator cuff? Are we rotating a rotator cuff? All right, whichever way you started spinning, spin the other way. This is a lot harder than it seems like it should be. All right, take a couple more circles until you feel even. Then come back, place hands on your thighs. All right, we'll take some half moons now. So wherever you're seated, if you're on the floor, you can put your hands on the mat. If you're in a chair, hands on arms. If you're in like a wider seat, your hands can be next to you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and inhale, setting both arms up, planting your left hand, sweeping your right hand up and over. Inhale, and then exhale up to center. All right, inhale, plant the other hand, sweeping your arm over, creating a nice half moon shape. Exhale and inhale. Exhale back to the other side. We're going to move with the breath here. So exhale, half moon. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, half moon. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, half moon. Inhale, return to center. And we'll balance it out with one more half moon. And then we'll come back to center. And release. All right, maybe we shake those legs out a little bit. Give yourself some wiggles and twists before we move into our seated twist. So we will take a look over your right shoulder. I think our rights and lefts are opposites, but I'm gonna look over my right shoulder. You can look over your right or your left shoulder. It doesn't matter. We're going to do one side and then the other. Okay, so right, take your hands and they can either be braced on your legs or you can use the arm or back of a chair if you have it. And we're going to twist. Inhale, finding some length in your spine, and exhaling to twist. Your gaze can be like to the side of the room or over your shoulder. Finding that breath again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, come back to center. We'll balance it out, switching to the other side. So go ahead, brace that arm behind you if you can. Twisting using arms, chairs, or bracing on your leg. Twisting that torso to face the wall. Gaze can face to the wall to your side or behind you. If you don't have walls around you, I'm sorry, these cues are not as useful. All right, go ahead and release back to center. We'll take some cat-cows now. So palms on knees. We're going to inhale, pressing our chest forward, curving our lower back. So I'll try to do a little bit of a demo here. You're going to try to curve that back and press the shoulders up on your inhale. Then on your exhale, you're going to round the shoulders forward, pressing up and back. All right, so let's move through a few cat-cow. So inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. All right, move through a couple more at your own pace, following your own breath. Maybe really trying to feel the articulation in your spine here. Noticing any areas that might feel a little stiffer. And maybe trying to move just a little slower through those areas. All right. One more round. All right. So our final one, we're going to do some knee hugs and then we'll move into Shavasana. So go ahead, take your arms and grab your knees. You could be here, so you can stay here for your knee hug. You can also bring yourself to your knee for your hug, whatever feels better for you. You can also draw it to your chest. Wherever you are, try to find some small movements here. So you can draw circles maybe. If you're a little bit closer to the ground, you could try, and your feet are touching, you could try drawing up and down with your toes. Whatever feels good for you. Try to find some movement and mobility here. All right, we'll go ahead, release, switch to the other side, and draw some circles here. We'll do some tippy toes. Draw circles with your ankle. We're just looking for a little bit of movement. All right, so we're reaching the end of our class. We'll end in a Shavasana. So you can just get kind of comfy here. If we were on the ground, if you're on the ground, you can lay down. If you're in a chair, I think it's okay to just kind of lean back. I'd say try not to slouch, but you can get comfortable. Let your chair support you now. You can bring your arms to your side. And refine that breath. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do another body scan. So give some attention to your body again. Notice any areas that might feel different than they did before. Notice any effects that the movements that we did today may have had on you. And I'll invite you to return to that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of practice. Do you feel like you've invited that thing in a little bit more? Or maybe we'll have to try again. It's okay too. All right. Go ahead, take a nice breath in and a long breath out. You can come back to an upright seat, or if you're laying down, you can stay laying down. I'm going to guide an optional final Om for our time together today. I should have told you this before, but if you wanted to, you can just say it in your head. It still counts. You don't have to chant out loud. But I'm going to chant out loud because I'm teaching and I want to. All right. So inhale and exhale. Inhale for Om. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for dealing with the technical snafus. Thank you for being friends and family and people who are supporting me on this yoga journey. Sorry I'm so hyped up after a hopefully Zen practice. I hope you all enjoyed it and that you had fun. I really appreciate it. We're at 10 people. Oh my gosh. We're at 10 people. I need 3 people for it to count. So that's crazy. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I'll hang out for a little bit. If you want, you can use the chat. And if you can't use the chat, you can also like text me. I have my phone and I'm looking at it now. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed class. Thank you. Behind the scenes, I was like freaking out and I had to create a new link for the class since I was a little bit worried that people wouldn't get here, but you guys are here still, which is great. We'll be doing another class next. I'll be doing another class next week. So my class next week is I'm going to do it 2 hours earlier. So it'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will send out an invite and I'll send out the link. And this time I won't send out 2. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I want to try to squeeze in a little bit more physical practice next week. So it'll have a little bit of a meditation at the beginning, but we'll try to do more of like a physical workout too. It'll still be seated. We'll still be in the chair. But yeah, it's been good. Thanks, Meredith. I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah. And then I'm considering, so I only have to teach 3 classes. So next Sunday will be theoretically the last community class I have to teach for my yoga teacher training. But I'm still, if we're ever geographically in the same location, you want to go to a yoga class or you want to like do yoga together and I can like teach you or you can teach me, that's cool too. And if you have a birthday, I'm trying to give all my friends custom yoga sequences for their birthday this year. So yeah, tell me what you want for your birthday yoga sequence. Do you guys want to see Lincoln? He didn't come at all for this. Let's see, we still have 8 people. So apparently 8 people are paying attention still. Linky, do you want to say hi? Are you sleeping? Oh. Guys, he was sleepy. He's not happy about this. He's not happy. He wishes mom would leave him the heck alone. Is Papa? I'm done. Ooh. Yes. Yes, Lincoln is sleepy. Well, it is. I mean, I'm done teaching. I'm just hanging out after class so my students and I can socialize. It'll be more fun in person, I promise. But yeah. All right. I am going to go. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate you very, very much. Have a great night.